Hello students, and welcome back to yet another class in English grammar. If you remember, in the last class we did the active and the passive voice. Before we go on to today's lessons, let's quickly review what we did in the last class. We have said that the active voice tells us that the subject is doing the action. So, if you see sentence 1, birds build nest. Birds is the subject. What are the birds doing? They are building nest. In the passive voice, we have seen that the action is done to the subject. Okay? In the next one, we will see that the action is done to the subject. Now, birds build nest. Here we have found that the verb is in the simple present tense. So when I change it, I have told you that first subject will go to object's place, objects will come to the subject's place. So nest, then since nest is in the plural form, nests are built by birds. In sentence 2, I have kept the same sentence, only this time I have changed the verb to the simple past form. Birds built nest. So when the verb is in the simple past form, you will take were or was. Since nest is plural, we will choose were. If your subject is singular, you will take was. Okay? So here we have nest were built by birds. The third sentence, we have used the simple future tense. Birds will build nest. So here I've used the simple future tense. The simple future tense will change to will be built. Therefore, nest will be built by birds. So, interchange of subject and object. Verb undergoes a change. In the simple present tense, you will use a suitable auxiliary is, am or are. In the simple past tense, you will use was or were. In the simple future tense, you will use will be or shall be. Now, in today's class, we will see how we are going to change the same assertive sentences. Here also we have done assertive sentences or statements. Here also we are going to use assertive sentence. This time we are going to change the tense to the continuous tense. Now we know that the continuous tense has an ing in the verb. The continuous tense has the ing where it shows that the action is taking place or going on. Now let's see sentence 1. The gardener is watering the plants. The gardener over here is my subject. Is watering is my verb, which is in the present continuous tense. The plants is my object. Now, we know that we have to interchange subject and object. Therefore, the object, which is the plants over here, will come as the subject. The plants are, in this case, we are going to use being. Over here, we don't use any word other than the auxiliaries. When it is ing, we will use being, and we are going to use the past participle form, which I told you in the last class is the third form of the verb. So the plants are being watered by the gardener. In the next sentence, the boy is flying a kite. The boy subject, what is he doing? Is flying, present continuous tense, a kite. Now, in this case, the kite is come back in the place of the subject. Since the kite is singular, I will use is. In the top sentence, the plants were plural, therefore I have chosen are. The plants are. But a kite is singular, therefore when your subject is singular, you will choose is. Then you will use being and the past participle of flying. Now, fly the simple past tense will be flew and the past participle will be flown. So a kite is being flown by the boy. In sentence 3, I have changed the verb to the past continuous tense. The teacher was teaching the student. If you have the student over here, then you will say the student was being taught by the teacher. If I say the teacher was teaching the students, if the students, which is plural, comes into the subject's place, then I'll say the students were being taught by the teacher. So the rule is the same. Subject and your object interchange. Verb undergoes a change. We use only the past participle form of the verb. We introduce your object by the word by, and when your verb is in the continuous tense, the ing will not be used. Instead, we will use being. So am, are or is with the present continuous tense, was and were with the past continuous tense, being plus the past participle. Now, from active to passive, we don't have the future continuous tense. The future continuous will say that the gardener will be watering the plants. So will be watering the plants, we have it in the active voice, but we cannot change it to the passive voice. Therefore, in a certain sentences, in the continuous tense, we will change only the present continuous and the past continuous tense. Now, we will go on to see how we are going to use assertive sentences but with the perfect tense.